Shalom, shalom. First, I'm going to start this lesson with calling our power. Call Halal, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah, Ba'asham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And shalom to the hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth, okay? Come back to the spirit, okay? Basically, with this with another lesson. Again, last time I made a video, it was who is Esau, and on this video, I'm gonna make who is Jacob. So who is Jacob? Okay, so we know that there was two brothers. Okay, again, that was in the womb. Genesis 20. Genesis 25 and 25. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. Okay. So, basically, it was twins in Rebecca's womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, which was Esau, the so-called white man today. And then in verse 27, it says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Okay. So Jacob, in the Hebrew means Yahweh, means supplantive, okay? And just throwing that out there. And it said that he was a plain man dwelling in tents. That sounds like, we know that that's an example of how our people are, okay? Because we know that we're like one of the most simple people, Jake just want to, get a nice little house, get a nice little woman, and really chill. He don't really want, to make, bring women, like how these Ishmaelites, they got everything that, they could want, and they want to bring our women over there and to eat, the S word, madness, ham, there's nothing plain about putting poop on their heads, okay? Esau, we know that he is that cunning hunter, okay? That it's talking about in the scriptures. So, yeah, man, we're Jacob, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. How you know that? Because when our people was put into captivity, then the Lord had made, the covenant with them. Deuteronomy 29 and 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. Okay, so the Lord made a covenant with our people. Okay, and it says in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 1, and it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. Okay, so give me a second. So the Lord is gonna give us. He's gonna gift us with the power of being above all the nations in the earth. Okay, He's gonna put us above all the nations of the earth if we command to do His commandments and command to follow Him and keep His words, keep His commandments, laws, and statutes. He's gonna put us above all the nations upon earth. Okay, that's that was the covenant. Okay, that we keep with Him and follow His laws. Okay, the commandments that He gave us. But if we break His laws and we start to break them, then He's gonna curse us. But if not, if we keep His laws, He's gonna bless us. Okay. So here go a few of them. The blessings. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. So all these blessings are gonna come upon you. Okay, you're gonna be above all, and nothing ever less. Okay, you're always gonna be blessed and gifted. Okay, in the city, the body, the cattle, the sheep, the basket, the store, your business, everything. But it said, verse 15, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Okay, so for an example. So we've already established, we already know that it's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, Jacob. Okay, so how can we prove that? Okay, we are the first hired. Okay, we are last hired, the first hired in the land of our captivity. Okay, because we're still in captivity till this day. It says that we are yet in captivity this day. Okay, under being subject to payments. Okay. But we are the first hired, we are the last hired and the first fired. Okay, we cursed in the city. Every time we go somewhere, something bad happens, whether it's a cookout, it's nothing good that can ever comes out of a day for our people, okay? Verse 19, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. DMX, okay, for an example, he was one of the most you sure if I sing one of his songs, yeah, he said, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, okay? And that's one of the most popular songs, okay? And, it says he ended up dying. He died in a vegetable state. So he died he died terribly, but let's see. Give me a second. Oh, okay. So I misread it. Okay, it said On April 9th, 2021, DMX passed away in White Plains Hospital in New York. His family was beside him for the ordeal, describing DMX as a warrior who fought till the very end. While the estimate is that he owed more than $1 million at his passing, some experts state that the figure could be as 10 minus $1 million, 10 minus $1 million, okay? So this is death, bro. This is a curse, man, to die, with all that glory and all that fame that you thought you had in Babylon. He ended up dying broke, man. Actually owing money in debt, okay? With a minus $1 million. Okay, so this is all that he had. He was cursed coming in and cursed coming out. He grew up in the hood, and he grew up, in a povertish way, and he ended up leaving the earth in a povertish way. Okay, those are curses upon us. Okay. I brought this up in the video the other day. Let me stay at Deuteronomy 28 real fast. Okay, Deuteronomy 28 and 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Okay, and that's another thing. We are, no matter how much we tell them that the N word is offensive, they still call it to us. Because and especially when they get mad, they say it's just a word, but when they get mad, that's the first thing they say. It's the first word they say, and it's a byword. It's a disrespect. A proverb and a byword. They call us that as soon as they get mad at us. When is you're right. It's just a word. So why do you say it? Because it's a proverb and a byword. It's to disrespect you. It's really to criminalize you. To bring you down. Okay. That's more curses. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, we're subject to payments. We still gotta work. We still gotta go. Slave for the devil. Okay. In hunger and in thirst, we're never satisfied, because it says cursed is going to be the fruit of our, well, that's talking about our children, but, our bodies ain't working right, everything, man, our bread is defiled, everything about our, we have want for everything, we never can be satisfied here, because this place is corrupt, man, it's evil, okay. And it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay. And that's what Esau did. He put an iron of yoke on us, okay? Put us into captivity. When you look at the word iron of yoke, that's what pops up, man. First thing that pops up. And that's exactly what this devil did. He put an iron of yoke on us, man. On them ships, man. Until we, and in the what is it called? basically to where they turn, the light skin against the dark skin. I can't remember what it's called. Not the Darwin, no. Basically, the theory of, making our people hate one another, okay? Turning the young against the old, the man against the woman, beating our asses every day in slavery until we were destroyed, like iron and yoke on us till he destroy us, to where we can't even, to where we hate our brothers, to where we don't even know why, to the point, this devil has done. Deuteronomy 28 and 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay? And this is a saying in the world, is that black people don't have dads, okay? Oh yeah, and if I didn't go into it deeply, I thought the pictures would have explained it, but the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we had a physical yoke on us, a physical yoke. That nation specifically, okay, this didn't happen to any other really nation as harshly. This mainly happened to us, man. A yoke of iron, not to mention being brought here by ships at that, not to mention the scriptures that I'm finna name again, okay? Verse 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay, you got rap beefs, and Jacob is the salt of the earth. Okay, so we know everyone, in Babylon, which have all the kings, and this is the place that rules the world right now. Okay, these are the main faces that are upon. Jacob always been the greatest. Even when you go back and and look at the old, Jacob always just had that. People try to put on a show for all them devils, but Jacob still got the salt. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. Judah is still the great. The Israelites, man, they are great, man. Jay-Z and Nas, but the point is that they're, the eyes evil towards his brother, rap beef, you got the Bloods and the Crips, you got who are in those gangs, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. MS-13, who are doing those things more, and who can never have what nation upon the face of the earth is it hardest to, or most likely to not see a two-parent home, okay? Because the man left his woman and his eyes evil towards her, okay? It's the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Our people, it's our people. They can't, you got, you got plenty of, the fatherless, man. You got plenty of, young men out here without a dad, or women, that are of the so-called Negro family, man, because the dad left, So I'm going to get one more last scripture for this chapter. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay? So we were going to be sold here, okay? By ships, okay? Back into our captivity. Egypt meaning bondage. okay? And we wasn't gonna be in our land, okay? And we was gonna be sold as bond men and bond women. Now, who did that literally happen to? Now, who did all these things literally happen to? You know, I being evil towards his mother. You know, you in a want of all things. You can't make it to no, you can't get on to no level in life. You know, there's another scripture where it says you can't prosper. You know, your store is cursed, so you basically always poor. Okay, you know you hate your brother. Okay, you know you got the Bloods and the Crips always killing each other. Okay, right now they got the New York beef going on right now. That's like the main thing that where Jacob is just hating his brother, you know, one death after another. Okay. It used to be LA, then it's everywhere, you know, it's always everywhere, but it's usually like very popularized or famous, so to speak. Deuteronomy 28 and 29, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Okay. Okay, so we not prospering in our ways, man. You know, and we're oppressed evermore, and no man shall bother you. Okay. You know, we have Martin Luther King, Malcolm X's. We have all these people, and no one can really get us out of this captivity, man, except our Lord Yahweh Shah, who is gonna come, who's gonna not meet us as a man. You know. We went off against the Lord, man, so we gotta turn back, you know, to him. Okay? That's why Yahweh Shah is so important. You know, because he saved us from our sins. Okay? Also, gotta get Isaiah 3.